There's only one seed. Lizaher bichvod Shabbos v'vos liverad. You have to watch, to respect, to give honor to Shabbos, and there's only one chapter. אפילו מי שצריך לאחרים, even though a person needs to get help from other people, אם יש לו מעט משלו, if he has a little bit from himself, enough for himself, so we're going to see how much, to have at least 3 meals, and kisedas, some fish that they cooked it. צריך לזרז עצמו לכבד את השבת. He has to push himself to respect Shabbos. ולא אמרו עשה שבתך חול ואל תצטרך לבריות. They did not say make your Shabbos like the week and please don't, it's better not to get help from the public. אלא when we do say it, אלא מי שהשעה דחוקה לו ביוסף. Only somebody that has nothing. If you have nothing, so then they have to give you 3 meals and kisedah sena. על כן צריך לצמצם בשער יומי כדי לכבד את השבת. You have to lower yourself, with the expectation in the week for things that you don't need, in order to make sure that you have enough for Shabbos. So I want to stop over here before we start about washing the clothes. It looks like you have 3 levels of somebody in order to give respect for Shabbos. First thing is, let's start, what is the mitzvah of Onik Shabbos? Is that a derabbanan or the raisa? So, it says in Mishna Berurah, mitzvah's Onik Shabbos, it's brought in the Nevi'im, Vekarata la Shabbat Onik. So you see, it's like a derabbanan. But some people say, Ki korah from the Torah. The main source is from the Torah, as it says, Ubayoyim Ashvi Shabbat Shabbaton Mikra Kodesh. So they learn, what does that mean? You have to what? You have to respect it with the nice clothes, and to make sure you have food, drink, yeah? And even those that hold it's divrei seifrim, you still have to watch, because it's more than the Sharatzion. Sometimes divrei seifrim is more than divrei Torah. You have to watch more than divrei Torah. And v'schora mefurosh b'Kabbalah. That's what the Sharatzion says. Yeah? So you have to watch it. What's your reward when you give honor for Shabbos? So it's important you get 3 things. Nachala b'li metzarim, number 1. Second, nitzol mishibud malchuyot. And third, you get rich. Who doesn't want to become rich? So you get all 3 gifts when you actually not only keep Shabbos, me'aneg is the Shabbos. Now, we said you have 3 levels of giving honor for Shabbos. But before that, I'd like to ask a question that's brought in all the achroinim. Why we don't make a bracha of Onik Shabbos? If it's so important and they give us so much blessings, why we should make a blessing for it? Yeah? Like we do all the mitzvahs that over last years when time comes and it passed. So I saw over here 3 answers. Why we don't make a blessing. So number 1, because there's no specific thing for the blessing of Onik. Yeah? It's not a double mitzvah. It's not like one type. Whatever people like, that's what you enjoy yourself. Some people like cakes, some people ice cream. Everybody, whatever they like. Second of all, why we don't make a blessing? Because you yotze of the lighting of the candle of Shabbos, you fulfill your blessing on Onik Shabbos. On the candles, when you make the blessings, that's like making a blessing on the Onik Shabbos. And the third answer is what? That when you do Kiddush, when you say Mekadesh HaShabbos, that's when you're making the blessing on the bracha of what? Of Onik Shabbos. So that's why we don't make a bracha. Yeah. Some now, but only Shabbos himself. I saw that the Rama says that chamin, it's also bichlal only Shabbos. Eat something hot. Yeah. And that's what it says. Anybody that doesn't believe in eating something hot in Shabbos is beginning apikoyos. Yeah. If somebody again eats it because it's not healthy, whatever other reasons, so then that's something else. But really, you should try to eat something hot. When I was once, and I can't remember what was it. So we needed something hot for Shabbos. So we took made tea, hot tea. I didn't want to use the food over there. Probably Shabbos kosher or not. So when I did hot tea, I had everything cold because I was in a place that wasn't mine with a lot of good. So I did what? I did a hot tea. So to be yoytze oinik Shabbos, good hot tea, and it was Baruch Hashem. Anyhow, we said it's 3 levels in respecting Shabbos by food and by drinking. If you have a lot of money, so what? So the normal ways you do meat, wine, cakes, chocolates, whatever it is, everybody could be a chonta, whatever you feel that it could be honored, with a nice tongue or steak, whatever you like. That's the first level. If somebody has money, for 3 meals and more, so then for sure has to do 3 meals, and the minimum is kisadasana. Kisadasana is more like fish that used to bake it with oil. Yeah, because that extra thing that's for Kovet Shabbos, Yimaneg Oinik Shabbos. Yeah, and why it says that thing, that even if somebody needs to get help from other people, says the Shulchan Aruch, if he has a little bit for himself, let him to save from the week and make sure he has that extra 3 meals in Kisadasana. In order to be Mekayim Onik Shabbos. But, if somebody doesn't have, so then for sure, somebody doesn't have anything, so then the community has to give him, so the community has to give him 3 meals with Kised Hasan. That's the minimum. And it's not good, the Mishnah says, that some communities, they only give 2 meals, and that's all. They're short in the giving. That's not good. So give whatever you could give, at least the minimum 3 meals of Kised Hasan. What happens that somebody goes to people that have? What happened in case that people have only 2 meals alone? What's the din? It's better to go ask from the public, or just to eat 2 meals in Shabbos and keep quiet. So Mi'ikar Adin, if somebody has only 2 meals, is not obligated to what? To do 3 meals. And also not Kisadasana. And on that it says Chazal, Aseh Shabbatcha Chol V'al Titzterech Labrius. Make your Shabbos like the week, and don't do it like Shabbos. Because it's better not to ask from the public help, if you could. Yeah? And that's talking about that you have nothing, no cologne to lend anything. So then, that's the way you do. People don't want to lend you. You do the best you could. But what's the right way? Yeah? Even though it's not obligated in the 3 meals in Kised Hasana, but the right way should be mishtadel to do 3 meals in Kised Hasana. And it's better not to stay with 2 meals mutat Kised Hasana, something cooked. Now, if you have to take a loan, so it depends. If you have a cologne, so then don't worry. Don't worry about it. It says levu vani porea. But don't go over the hill and go buy wine and, whatever it is. And don't worry, it's something that you feel that you can pay back, But don't go over the hill. Of course, to do. Right now you don't have. It's not Hashem, but at least. But if you don't even have cologne, nothing. So this is over machlokes, and other people want to lend you the money. People want to lend you money, but without kalam, what do you do then? So according to the growth, mashal you should lend. But according to the schemes, mashal that you shouldn't lend. Yeah? Only if you know how to pay. So according to God, don't worry. And that it says levuv ani poraim if you don't know where you're going to pay. But according to that skenim, it means what? Don't lend, because if you don't know how you're going to pay back, don't take. Only if you know how to pay back. In the Mishna Berurah, the maskon is not so clear. It says the koinen could the Shabbat. It's not clear, black and white. It's not so clear. Now, what happens if you have to lend with ribis? Lending with ribis means with interest. You take it from a Gentile or from a Jew. They had the risk. Otherwise, if it's Isa the Rabbanon, you're not allowed to take. That's clear the Shabbat. So, lend. Now,
not from a Jew, though.
a Jew you can take with the heter hiska. Special agreement that it's a way how to do
Heter
heter hiska, yeah. Okay. Now what happens if you have money on Friday, but you have to pay your worker. Your worker, where it says biyomo titen scharo. In the day that he works, you have to pay him the bill. So it depends. The question is, or to have the money for the worker, or to have the onik Shabbos. What's better? So the din is like that. It says b'yom titin schor, you have to pay. You cannot over that sin, so you have to pay him. But if you could mefayese, and talk to him and convince him, listen, that's my money for Shabbos. Are you willing to wait till Sunday, Monday? If he says yes, okay. But if he demands his money, it's his right. You have to pay the money the day. What are you going to do? It's only Shabbos. Hashem Allah. But you have to do you the right way. Yeah? All this in the condition that he came to you. But let's say he didn't come to you. He just left you a message with a WhatsApp. It's ready. Yeah? So then you're not able to be a mititin score. Only when you got it. But if you didn't get it, and you're holding back the payment, then it's be a mititin score. But if you have to go pick it up, so then you can wait. That's not over on be a mititin score. What happened if the worker finished the job yesterday? So it's only issue bal tashe, don't hold back. But be a mititin score, it's not. But a Talmid Chacham, a Ben Torah, is another problem called Chilul Hashem. When you don't pay back your debts or you owe people money, you're not going right away. People, the look at you, your Talmud Chacham should be better. You should act better. So in that case, you should go and pay it. That's the Bir Halacha says right away and don't hold back. Now we're talking about the Onik Shabbos. The Onik Shabbos says you have what? Bread and two tafshilim, two cooked things. Don't have less than that. Now, it's a big shaila. Is 2 tafshilins for the whole 3 meals or for the whole Shabbos? There's a machlokes in the poskim. It's not so clear. Anyhow, what is a tafshil? It could be also egg. It could be fish. Yeah. Lechatchila is better to have dagim. Yeah. And each meal, 3 meals, every meal should have fish. The Rambam holds that you should also have wine in 3 meals. And you have to have a kiddush of 3 meals. That's it. We don't do kiddush. He says if one guy made a bracha on the wine in the shalashudas, because the first 2 meals you do kiddush. He says also the 3rd meal, if you want, one guy made a bracha, and other people heard, they already yoytze, like the 3rd meal. The Rambam holds you have to do 3 kiddushim. 1st meal, 2nd meal, and 3rd meal. Yeah? But that's only if you want to, let's go back to the fish, that's only if you like to eat fish. But some people, it's not healthy for the body, or they don't like it. The Shabbos is made to have pleasure, and not to have tzam, not to have pain. And since it's made to have pleasure, not to have pain, that's why it's good for you to eat fish, it's not good for you to eat other things. Baruch Hashem is blessed. There's enough food in the market that you can buy things that you can bless. What happened if the fish is very expensive, because the people, they know Jews buy fish, this fish, that, so they high the price. So it's a big machloek between the Bereitev and the Luyal Rabba to how much they can make a takona, don't buy fish. According to the Bereitev, only if it's above a third from the regular price. Then you can make a rule for the whole city, don't buy fish. The Shabbos, even several Shabbos, to the lower the price. But the Rabbi says, even less than shlish, you should still have the takana. Why? Because what are you going to do to the poor people? Everybody eats good fish, and the poor people won't have. So we have to take care also of the poor people to make sure that they're also going to be able to buy fish, and that's why, because those have to be managed the Shabbos, and that's why you should worry also for the poor people. Now, what happened if they said several Shabbos don't have fish, but I have a refrigerator, I have a freezer. I have fish before a month ago, 2 months ago. I bought like a whole stock for 3-4 months ahead of time. Then for sure, I'm allowed to eat the fish. No problem. Is the last issue that we want to talk about. That's davar, somebody sends you food for Shabbos. You don't have money and people give you the food. So for sure, if they send it to you, to eat in Shabbos, don't eat in the week. Yeah, that's what's what in Sefer Hasidim. It's different than Mois Purim, that if you have money of Purim, it says you can change. Let's say, how much I can eat in Purim? They give you mashlach money, how much you can eat? So he said it for the whole week, he said for the whole month, that's okay. So you can change. But if he says some people are machmir not to do a change, and even by Purim, it's put in the two, yesh mokum lahachmir, shelo l'shabbos. That some people are machmir. Some people say also Shabbos should be chumrah. But again, poor people, you can't judge them. If somebody doesn't have, it's a different rule. So this is the first part of the halacha of, we talk about Oneg Shabbos. Now I want to talk about the second part. That's about what Takona says to be mechabes and doing challah. מתקונה סזרו שהוא מחפש בגודים בחמישי בשבוס מפני כבוד השבוס. The Takona Sezra was what? That we should what? You should wash your clothes and what? Yom Hamishi, Thursday night, Thursday, because of Kavod Shabbos. Don't push it to Friday because then it's going to take away from preparing the meal of Shabbos. So in washing today, you should make sure you have a special clothes for Shabbos. And make sure if you can all your clothes should be just for Shabbos. And also you should try to wash a couple of weeks. So also to wash your clothes, so it gives some coverage for Shabbos. Now, Hagoy, נוהגים ללוש כדי שהוא חלה בבית, לעשות בהם לחיימים ולפתור להם בשבס ויום טוב. The custom is to do bread, to do challahs in Shabbos. So the Rabbi Yashin said today, if I do challahs in my house, not always it comes out good, not always so, sometimes it's not the best. So that's what call Oneg Shabbos. And if you buy the bakery, that bakery, those challahs of the bakery, so good, nobody can compete with them. So then it's better to buy the challahs than to bake your own challahs. Ve'u mikvot Shabbos v'yom tov, because that's called Shabbos. Ve'ele Shabbos, it's better what? Do yourself. Also you have a Froshas challah, and other Marishon he was the tikkun. So that it's better to do your own challah, to do a Froshas challah. So it brings a bracha into the house. But if the challah is not always the best, and not always better to buy, or it's just at chag. Let's see, there's no time. Shabbos comes out early. Could be pressure into the house. It's not good. So then you can buy challah. יש שקודם כל מקום נהגו לאכול מולייתה, שקוראים פשטידה בין לשבת. Some people eat, pashtida means to have, it's below, like the man, has below, in the middle they do meat. So some customs they do it. זכר למן, שהיה מכוסה למעלה ולמטה. ולהוריד את הלחוש לבידוד. Shnabur says in our place, they do eat. Yeah? And you don't have to worry about it. They do, the custom is to eat it, and it's okay. Another thing is, I just want to say about the kibbutz. So it says if you don't do it in Erev Shabbat, in Yom Chamishi, do it in Shabbos. But for sure, if you can do it on Friday, if you cannot do it in Yom Chamishi, Wednesday, do it Friday. But there it is better to come with a clean clothes than say, oh, now I can't do it Friday. I should say Takona was Yom Chamishi. Oh, only no. The way it's called means use your mind. It means and don't be do it the right way. So if you can do it Friday, Yom Chamishi is better. If not, do it Friday. Anyhow, I want to wish everyone a good day. And we're starting the laws of Shabbos. So we did the first Siman. And Bezrat Hashem will continue tomorrow. Have a good day today. Three people watch. Good, Baruch Hashem. ביטול אישור.